Following.
So long as you're following.
Bashir. Or Thick Freddie Gibbs.
All right. Hello, everyone. It's T here today with
Patrick Swayze.
Bashir. And I'll be asking him a couple questions, catching up on life. Yeah, let's go. So, first of all, tell me a bit about Bashir as a human on this planet, but also as an artist. Tell me where you at.
So, a lot of people may know me as Lumo or Lumonest. And literally, a couple of nights ago, I had this really I don't want to say profound, but this stark realization that I really don't share myself with a lot of people. Why? I don't know. I was born in 98. The internet was right there. I think there was a bit of shame or just a bit of weirdness when it comes to sharing myself. So I decided to change my name. That's where Bashir comes from. It's my middle name. But yeah, man. I'm a producer. I take videos sometimes. I bake. I be doing shit, Yeah, man. I would just be chilling for real.
Great at many things.
Yeah.
As we know. So, when we met years ago, 2019, that was very changing for me as an artist. And it was we clicked immediately, just artistically and just as people. We literally clicked immediately. And it was just it was a great experience for me because I got the opportunity to grow a lot. So I think one of the first things is I know we both love concept, projects, albums, pieces of art that are super conceptual. So often we talk about, the To Pimp a Butterflies, that era of concept albums, dark twisted fantasy, 10 plus years ago. I'm more wondering, have there been any since then, since that era, that have really resonated with you? And if you have any, tell us why.
Man, I don't want to discredit anyone. I don't know if there's a lot of concept albums. I feel 2010s, there was just a whole slew of them, and they were all dope. Like you said, like T-Pav, Twisted Fantasy. I would even say Views in a way is kind of a concept album, but I don't want to give Drake credit too much. Recently, I think there is one. There is Frank Ocean's producer, Vegan, and this dude, Headache, has this project, My Head Hurts, But My Heart Knows the Truth. And I think
told me about it, right?
That shit is... I remember I just put it on at the gym. I just saw it on my phone, and I literally just stopped. I was on the treadmill, I just stopped. I had to, I literally just went home. I don't even think I worked out that day. I was just, I was such in shock. I was just, went home. I was I can't believe someone would just, take a risk like that. And, I have this whole thing about with music and AI, and I think that, people just gotta start embracing it more. People see it as AI as such a weird thing, or scary, future, or it's gonna take our jobs. But niggas said the same thing about the computer. You feel me? So
AI in what sense? Where do you feel it becomes too much? For example,
I think when you taking Kendrick's voice and you taking his flow and you taking stuff he may or may not say, and say your name is I don't know, Tim in your Minnesota or something like that. Bro, don't be weird. Don't be saying the N-word behind Kendrick's face. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I do think they're really cool ways to use AI to make it a part of our lives. Everyone has 50% of the world probably has an iPhone. Siri's like an AI too. Siri works like an AI. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me, but it's a third-party AI. You feel me? Yeah. I just think that we concentrate on what the fear on using AI and not what it can actually do for us, or how we see it as an entity and not a tool. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with AI will always be that, especially corporations, it's too much of a tool for them because they could just do whatever,
Yeah.
And it makes that the line of second tier artists it makes that line such a lame group, because a lot of them are just using AI for everything, or like, you know, cutting short. Like, I feel like we should use things like AI for inspiration and to like push us as artists to that next level, but we shouldn't rely on it too much.
Absolutely not.
If it's just,
absolutely
just
not. Yeah, because like, oh man, there's gonna be like, I'm pretty sure there's a VST or a website out there that's like making like AI beats, and I'm sure the shit is hard, but like, no.
Yeah, just don't.
like just don't do that. Just like pick up GarageBand. It's free. Like,
yeah, absolutely. That'll forever be the biggest thing for me. But yeah. I get what you're saying.
Type shit.
To move on to the next question, were there any producers or artists that directly led to you picking up your first DAW, your first softwares, and learning how to make music on a computer? And is there a specific moment or like a vibe that got you there? Like, and you know, how was it learning for you? What was your story becoming a producer, pretty much?
I would have to contribute it to a very singular moment. I'm very happy that I can still remember this. It was the VMAs that Kanye performed Runaway at. It came out with the MPC. I remember watching it that Saturday, because back then TV still had reruns.
Yeah.
And people still watched like award shows.
Yeah, you watched the VMAs the next day sometimes because you fell asleep or this or that. Like, yeah, no, I get that. I get that.
Watching Kanye come out and like hit those little funky buttons, and I was like, damn, that shit look cool as hell. Like, I wonder if I can like tap into that, or like I wonder like what it would even take to like do that. And I asked my parents for this MacBook, and I said I was using it for like yearbook, and I was, but like I used it for like 6 months. 6 months, 30 minutes a day at school, and the rest of the time, like I was just using it to like cook up on GarageBand. I was just using like samples, like the GarageBand samples, and just like aligning them and making shit cool. And then I eventually started like to like get more gear and get a machine and like find out how to sample and find out how to play a little bit of instruments. I'm like, I play drums and I have like a little background in like guitar. Producing really pushed me to pick up the piano a little bit more. Yeah, man. VMAs 2010 or 11, that Kanye performance playing Runaway really changed my life. Man, Kanye.
That's valid, yeah.
Man.
The historic fall off.
Yeah. Unprecedented. No, I don't say unprecedented, but like.
Yeah, when you think of it, this is part of the story, though. Yeah. You know, like this was coming. You know, it was brewing for a while. So.
Like, we didn't really see it go. I don't think no one really saw it going that
far,
but like I kind of seen that coming a little bit.
So to ask a personal but more existential question on your life and your situation, you know, switching coasts from South Florida to LA. That's a huge deal. Like, that's a huge deal, a huge move, a lot of responsibility. So what's the most important thing you learned in that journey, and has it been worth it for you?
Yeah, man, moving to LA was probably like one of the craziest things I've ever done in my life. Like, I've done some crazy shit, but like that's like top 3 for sure. Like, LA's such a different place. Like, I'm such a Florida boy, and like moving to the West Coast. I remember I went out there with my brother in like 2020, and literally the moment I touched down, we drove from Vegas to LA, and the moment I got out, we went to Fatburger, and I got in line, and I was talking to the lady, and like, the vibe was just different. I was so not used to being outside of Florida, especially like I've never been to that side of the country before. I love LA. I think that it gets such a bad rep from transplants, because everyone wants to like. I don't think a lot of people move to LA to live in LA. People just want to get what they want to get and then just dip out, you know? And I think that shit is so flawed. LA got like such cool people and culture and food and architecture and art, like shit that you really can't find nowhere else. And I think the biggest thing I've learned Be a nice person. Just be a good person. Just be good to people. Like, people really like. I'll walk around, or I'll drive around LA sometimes, and I'll watch like the different little stuff that's going on, and it's always crazy. But it's like, man, they probably have to go home to like their kid. Like, we're all just people at the end of the day trying to figure this shit out. None of us really asked to be here, but no one really wants to leave. So I think we should just be kinder to each other and like love each other. I sound like Marvin Gaye right now.
That's cool. So, in your last answer for the question I asked, you kind of brought up food. So, what would you say is your favorite LA food?
Ooh, can never go wrong with some Mexican tacos, like some real Mexicans, not just like the shits that come in like the little tray. There's this burger spot by my crib, For the Win, amazing. Thai food I actually started to kind of fuck with. Indian food. LA got a lot of shit. Like, it's a lot of things that we don't have the privilege to try out here, just because cultures. But like, yeah, man, that's just like a couple to name a few.
Hell yeah. What's your producer Mount Rushmore? 4 spots.
Gotta put Kanye up there. That's like default. Gotta put Vegan up there. I've been really fucking with Benny X as of late. I think he's incredible.
Benny X.
And I'll say maybe Tyler, because there's not a lot of artists that have like that type of like they just don't have that type of like craft and style that Tyler has. Like, Tyler, like, really, like, you can tell like this shit take like a little minute to put together, but it's like it's so well crafted and it's so unique. Like you don't see that anywhere.
Some would say bro got the homosexual flair. Just a little bit of it. Speaking of, homosexuals, there's often we talk about the philosophy of the prophecy and controversy, so with that being said, what would you say is your GOAT vaccination destination?
Sonic Drive-In in Miami Gardens.
Oh, by Hard Rock by Hard Rock Stadium. You heard it here. Sonic Beach across from Hard Rock Stadium, bro. GOAT vaccination spot.
GOAT vaccination.
Rolling Loud. Anyone attending Rolling Loud,
yo,
your ass needs to get vaccinated.
Go get your ass
vaccinated.
Go
to Sonic Beach, bro. Sonic Beach.
Monkeypox?
Yeah, monkeypox, yeah. As the baby once uttered, bro.
Who threw that damn Adidas?
Who the fuck threw that motherfucking busted ass goddamn Adidas?
So, carrying on, what are the most important lessons that this country has taught you?
Them niggas with money, let me stop cursing. Them people with money.
You can curse.
Them niggas with money do not care about you. They do not care about you. Let me say it one more time. Them niggas with money do not care about you. Gotta get out the money. You gotta get your own. Or you gotta support yourself. Or you gotta, find a community. I'm all for community, bruh. Community is so important. I feel like we've been taught and conditioned to be so, to be individuals, and that's great and all. But like, there's a line where you have to be part of like something. Like being that lone wolf or just being to oneself, so dangerous. Like,
to broaden, I guess, the spectrum of the last question, where do you think the world is going to end up?
I think everything happening now is just going to continue to like evolve. Like AI with medicine, the fact that we're able to get a COVID fucking vaccine in a year. Like, that's insane. I don't think people really realize how crazy that is. We're able to get a vaccine done in a year. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, AI, vaccine, technology, jobs are going to continue to change, and some jobs might not exist in like a year, maybe 2. Who knows? For like the world changes so quickly these days. So we're heading towards something, and it feels hot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like the good hot either. So you know, I hope for the best. I hope everyone, you know, I hope for the best. Really, we really fucked. Like we really,
Yeah.
we really fucked. Like if we be honest, we really fucked. But I really can't see a way out this car. We're all in it.
Okay.
It was dark. Oh.
So my last question to you, Bashir, today, where you are in life, and you can take this question however which way you want, but do you think that you found the light?
Damn, that's a good question. Fuck. I think so. I think so. I like where I am at. I like where I am in life right now. I can always do better. We can always do better. There's always room for self-improvement, but I'm really like enjoying my time. I'm really enjoying my time here, for real. Like life is hard, but like I think it's super important to me to find something to laugh at every day. That's like super important to me. I have to laugh at least once a day. It's really hard. Every day it gets really hard, and you know we'll look at shit on the internet and on TV and wherever the fuck, like. But if you can just find something to laugh at, just one thing, I promise you. I think life just gets a little bit easier. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, bruh. Thank you. Yeah. Damn.
This program was made possible by Yogurt Co. and by contributions to the 5 Local Patreon from viewers like you. If you are ever looking for the best, most direct way to support our productions, please consider becoming a patron. Thank you. Visit www.patreon.com/5loco.
Papi! Papi, what happened? I'm sorry!